Hey everybody, it is just a few days before Christmas. I know I say this every month or every week, I guess. I'm doing these every week now. But it's just amazing how quickly time goes that here we are a few days before Christmas. And the joke is actually that Christmas is over at our house because we celebrated Christmas on Saturday with some of Greg's family's brother and his family. And so it's kind of let's take down the Christmas tree. But we're not going to do that till the day after Christmas. I had said last week that I would show you some of these houses that my grandfather made, and so I wanted to do that today, although Ash thinks I should just stand here and pet him while I'm talking. So my grandpa Lynn made these houses you see on the mantle, and they were made, I believe, all in the 60s. I had showed you what we call the choir girls. I guess that was last week, and it's kind of the weeks are blending together a little bit. And he cut these, he glued them, he painted them. I understand everything was made from scraps. If you can't see it from here, and I can't really pick these up and show you because they have lights inside them to keep them lit up. But it's a piece of Formica, and that's what the choir girls had underneath too. So from what I understand, everything was scraps. And so when my parents got married, they got a set of houses, and they got a set of the choir girls, and there's a big church as well. If you saw my blog today at chellesummer.com, you saw a picture of the church. It was part of my blog on Advent. And so then what he did was there were 13 grandchildren, and he made each one of us a set of houses. And then a church, so we called it the village. We used to call it the village. And then and we had a manger. So as the hope was that everybody would get married, and then they would be given the houses when they got married. But by the time I got married the first time at like 27, which is not old or anything, but my parents had already given me my houses then, and then obviously my sister died, so we split up her houses, and now I have my mom's houses plus my houses and some of Denise's houses. I have a lot of houses. But when I was growing up, we had a train set under the tree, and the manger was on one side, and the village was on the other. And I can't do that here because when we were setting up the Christmas tree and the houses, I was over here and Greg was over here, and Goose was on the floor trying to eat a house. So we're not going to go there. But I wanted to point out this was my house growing up, this little red house. We each had one, and my mom said that you see this red, or this sort of almost an orange red, and the green one here. My mom had called these the Snow White houses. That she apparently admired one, and my grandfather made her a set. The other thing here, we have our Christmas stockings, which are not going to get filled this year because, like I said, we've already celebrated Christmas, and we used to go to California after Christmas, but we used to go to LA. But we've already been at Palm Springs, so we'll be home. And this is Greg's Christmas stocking that was made for him when he was very young. He jokes it's missing the toes. And this is mine that my mom made for me. The Busilla kits, if you remember those, you're aware of those. There were so many ornaments that people made, and kits and things with the sequins. And I always think of there are only 3 channels on the television, so you have lots of time. Lilies came from, I think, LL Bean. And then this is a crate and barrel we use for Ash, but I wanted to point out this little one here with the G on it, because last year at an estate sale I had bought, I thought was, because you can't always open things, they have things sealed off, so I can't always tell what things are, but I thought it was pieces of felt, and so I brought it home, and it turned out there were a bunch of small stockings in there, some of them not finished. And if you're familiar with the Vicki Lynn bags on my website, the very pink and green retro fabric, of which I got a bunch at that sale. Her name was Vicki Lynn. It came from Vicki Lynn's house. But when I opened these up, one of them had a G. So Greg, we needed a stocking for Goose, and so that is Goose's stocking. And so that's going to conclude this year's videos. I will resume after New Year, and I wish everybody a very peaceful and Christmas, New Year's, any other holiday you might be celebrating, or whatever you may be doing over the next few weeks. I hope that it's a peaceful, restful, and I'd like to think that this time of year it's hectic, but we're looking back, we're also looking forward, and we're enjoying time with people, and we're getting ready to get ready for a new year. And so have a great one, everyone, and I'll see you in 2024.